Hey guys, it's me again with another big sis tip. Tax season is around the corner. The last day to file your taxes is April 15th. And I thought it would be a really helpful big sis tip to go over it. And the most layman's term as possible, because I'm not an expert, but I've been doing this for quite a while, because I can't seem to find the cancel my subscription button to adulting. So yeah. It usually comes in this envelope. It'll come from your employer to you, to your current address, or to your P.O. box. This is usually where the stamp would be, and then this is where they said that it comes from. And not from like them, but from the postal office. Take it out. Now right here, it says W-2, and then the year, very, very big. I have a very simple W-2 since I am single. I don't have any independents, and I don't have any like businesses or anything like that. So my W-2s are very simple. Right here would be your address, your name, your zip code. This is just telling you the batches of the number, which batch you're in that they made, because let's not lie, they probably have like thousands of employees and have to make them in batches. And then right underneath is your, oh my goodness, I said that wrong. The employer's right here, and then you're under here, like I said. Name, zip code, address. Then the employee federal ID numbers right here, because you have to be in like this database. And when I say database, I mean a collection of employees that says that you are legally allowed to work there and that you are underneath this company that they have filed with the state and with the federal state. Each employee ID number is unique to you and unique to that company. Then they will have your social security number. And your social security number, as you can see right here, they have it all X'd out except for the last 4. Because your social security number would be 3 and then a dash and then 2 and then a dash and then the last 4. This is something that you would have that says, I'm a person, this is my number to say that I'm a person, and this will be linked to your name, your address, and all your personal information. If you're like me and didn't realize that you needed a social security card until you started working, please get one. They're supposed to do that for you when you are born. Your parents are supposed to fill out the information for your social security number when you're born, just like how they're supposed to fill out your birth certificate when you're born. But no worries, if you don't have one, you can still go get one yourself. It's inexpensive, but then you will have to wait for them to ship it to you in the mail. By the time you're waiting for them to ship it to you in the mail, they'll probably give you like a paper that says, oh, you know, this is their social security number. They just don't have their card yet. Some people don't take the paper. Some people will strictly only take the card. But most people have taken the paper until I had got my card. Okay, wages, tips, another conversation. The wages is the amount of money you make in the whole year. This is for the whole year. The W-2 is for the whole year. And I know it's 2023, but you always get your taxes for the year past. We always do the year past. We don't do the year up, we do the year past. Like how we're always paying taxes or getting taxes back from the year past, not from the present year. Wages is how much you make in the whole year. Tips is how much you get on the side that is not included in the rate that you were paid on the job. This is not no dirty money, no under the table type of money. This is just like if you're a waitress and you get tips that aren't included in the wages. Like your wage and salary is $4 an hour, but you also get $20 tips a day. That's what that means. Compensation is just like if they paid for you because you got injured on the job, or you had something tragic happen to you, or if you were pregnant and you couldn't come into work, then they paid for your leave, and that's why this says wages and compensation on there, and tips. And that would be 1. And then 2 will be your federal income tax withholding. I would let them take out the federal income tax withholding, because if you request for them not to take out the federal tax withholding, you're going to have to pay it back at the end of the year. And it's just best for them to take it out while you're doing it during the year, because you're not going to see it anyway. They're going to take it before you even see it. So that way you know that you're doing right, you pay your dues, and you don't have to pay them back any. Number 3 is your Social Security wages. Your Social Security wages also is being taken out just like the federal tax. Social Security goes to the elderly. It goes to people who are disability, who can't work. If they're like blind, they can't hear, they got one leg missing and they can't walk properly. That is taken out and added to a pool of money and then distributed in the way that they see fit. There's nothing you can do about it. They're going to take it out regardless. Medicare and tips. Medicare and tips is for Medicare. The same thing. Where it's like if you qualify Medicare, then that means that you can get health benefits on the dime of the government. But this doesn't cover everything, but it still will help you with some of your doctor's visits and some of the copay. And you have to qualify for Medicare. You have to be like 50 or 30, and you have to be able to make underneath an amount of money for you to be able to get these benefits. And then it'll have, Social Security tips. It'll have dependents care benefits. Dependent care benefits means that you will have somebody who you take care of for the majority of the year and spend quite a sum with that person on the majority of the year. This doesn't have to be a child. It can be anybody. It can be your grandparents. It can be your mom. It can be your sister. It could be anybody that you're taking care of who's living with you, and you pay 98% of their bills, and 98% of the places where they stay is with you. And you can get paid sometimes for that by working at a nursing home and taking care of them. You'll also get money back for taking care of your dependents on your tax income. And there, just like the rest of them, it'll be for a whole year, and the sum and the number will be there. Let me say this. When you get this and it has the numbers, put exactly, and I mean exactly, the same number that is on the paper in the box. Do not fudge it a little bit, because if you do not, then one, you're not going to get your income tax back because you messed it up. Two, the IRS might come for your ass and might freaking, then you get in the whole bind, and then you got to go through this whole legal shit. Put what's on the paper in the boxes. You got to match up the boxes with the paper. If it says number 1, Social Security income tax, you go to number 1, you look at Social Security income tax, you put in the exact number. State, that's just the state that you're working in. And most of the time it'll be an abbreviation like NA, LA, MO. And then the employer's ID. The employer's ID will be the ID that the company has in the database, specifically for them, that if the IRS or the government needed to look it up, they could pull it up and it would be right there. It also sets them apart from the rest of the businesses. This right here, employee